on the
works
skin
really well.
they do that they smother them. Does it work with Demodex or just with scabies?
Just with scabies, one way with Demodex.
No, nothing kills
Demodex is
Demodex.
down in the base of the hair follicles. You can't get it.
Demodex is the nightmare, I reckon.
Yes, they're easy to find.
Oh, they're easy to find.
Yeah, Sarcoptes is very hard to find under normal circumstances.
That's for sure.
But easy to get rid of, whereas Demodex is easy to see and impossible
To get rid of, I know. She's being rinsed with the detergent water first, quite active now. She's got Auburn and eye cream in her eyes and in her ears.
That's better. That's better.
Okay, this is how you wash a wombat when it's unconscious. Quickly. There you go. One washed wombat.
Over on her back.
Fantastic. So the plan is transported out of the area tomorrow into specialist care. Our wombat has just had a meal of torbugesic, which is buprenorphine. So that's for some sedation, and that does seem to have helped with the itching. And we just treated her with salamectin at the 20 to 40 kilo dog dose, and that's just on the skin. Sleepy buys for the night now. Okay, thank you to the people from Savvy Touch Skin Smoothie. We've just used 3 of these that you sent over. I know you sent a box full. Now this is the group of horses and a goat that we checked on the other day. One's been in double the height of the fencing. They've put in new star pickets. They've got a sign on the fence saying that they're being fed. There's obviously water containers, so people don't need to worry. This is my little goat that I did its feet the other day, and she looks to me like she's getting around terrifically. No bandages today, no more needles, no more dramas, and you can even still see where I did her feet. They are absolutely gorgeous. Were they specially brought in, or?
Yeah, I don't know. They just turned up one day and I went, oh yeah, excellent.
They are brilliant. So we got, you got a whole bag full of them.
Big ones, little ones.
Aren't they the best?
I reckon we had heaps of burnt feet in the first week.
And you really could have used these for those, couldn't you? Oh, they are the best thing I've seen for ages. Can she walk? Wow. Of all the things that have come into the clinic, I reckon that's one of the best things so far. Here's the magic board again. It's day 14 since the fires. It's exactly 2 weeks. It's Saturday the 21st, and that's our day. That's the large animal stuff. And this place has been fairly busy. See what tomorrow brings. They've taken out that big tree, and it's obviously still burning, smoking like crazy. And slowly, as I pan around, I just want you to see what's left of this house. Absolutely nothing. That's what a heck of a lot of the properties look like. Absolutely nothing. The burnt out shell of the cars behind it, and the fence. I'm just on the top of the hill as you leave Kinglake. There was a few more cars there, but they've picked up some and they're gone. It's nearly 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday the 22nd, and what you're looking at, this building was the SES. Beside it, nothing but rubble. Everything around it has been burned. The local pony club, there was a house, there was other sheds, there was other buildings, there were cars. Now the vehicles are still parked inside. They never even got a chance to get them out. Everything absolutely destroyed and flattened. The flag's been at half mast ever since, and as you can tell, there's not a breath of wind. I have no idea what the sign behind it reads. little Australia flag hanging there, can you see that? And you go down there every day and you go and you get your cattle feed, your horse feed, your sheep feed, all the large animal stock food down that road there. These are the sorts of places we have to go through. This is some of the things that I've seen while I've been here. It's absolutely appalling. I can't roll in second gear, it's too fast. So I'm just rolling in first gear. And of course these guys have got four-wheel drive and I've got two-wheel drive. And I don't want to get too much slip up on this gravel because there's nothing to stop you going over the edge. So, not a leaf, not a single leaf, nothing left on the trees. Now occasionally you come across these really hot spots and down into the valley, all the way down into the valley below, a really, really hot part of the fire where not a tree, not a leaf, not an insect, not a bird twittering, nothing. Absolute total devastation. Okay, this is a feed station. Someone's obviously putting out water for wildlife and pellets, and that's the first one I've seen since I've been here. The sign on the tank says, "Water in this tank is for fire-fighting purposes only. Illegal removal of water from this tank will result in prosecution." And I'm in the middle of one of the worst areas I've seen. And that's 100 metres from the tank. Absolute, total This is where it starts to get a bit tricky when you're looking for livestock and things like that, because we're up here looking for some injured cattle. Now, this is probably why the restricted access. There's no doubt that people probably lost their lives here. Nothing can cope with the heat. Trees, the tops just come straight off the trees. There's trees that have just snapped off everywhere. Building of some description, whether it was a house, I don't know, down in there. So we've just accidentally stumbled on a bad spot here. Out here in this devastated area, this horse died where it stood. It's got fence on one side of it, so it couldn't have got through there. Fire's come uphill, it's been trapped up against the fence, burning trees around it. The house is on fire behind it, and it would have been overcome by smoke and died very quickly. The only thing that's left on it to identify it is one ring on the head collar. Trees that just snap off, fall over. Firefighter was killed the other day working in these conditions. You know, you've got to be a little bit careful. And just the side of the face that I hadn't seen, and that's healed absolutely beautifully, and that's day 14. And look at that now. The thing about these burns is I don't know how much pigment is going to return to these. So I've only seen a few with these kinds of facial burns. Now they say that the pony wouldn't eat anything that was hard or that hurt her mouth, anything like that initially. She's also got the same problem around her eyes. However, no significant abnormalities to the globe or the cornea or anything like that, which is the most important part. Across her front there's where she hit the wire fencing, and we've just put some ointment to soften all of that up. And these good folks are going to treat this little tiny area in the front of her forearm there, where she's just hit the fence. But really, this pony's in fantastic condition. She looks very, very well, and I think she's going to get a clean bill of health. Okay, euthanasia kit for a horse. We're going to put the old grey horse down that we filmed the other day. A bit of local anaesthetic, that will be on a 25 gauge needle, 5 mils of xylazine and 150 mils of lethabarb, and a 14 gauge catheter, minimum of 2 inches long, minimum. Everything that I can tell you about the fire, I'm going to try at the end of this process so that people with animals and livestock are better prepared. Some animals have survived because people put them in their houses, some animals survive because people let them go. Some horses survive because people put them on their dressage arenas or eaten out paddocks. Those horses that were put in stables where there was fire directly contact the houses and stables, they all perished. So brick buildings have exploded, weatherboard buildings have survived. There's no rhyme nor reason or logic. The one thing universal that I've noticed though is where there is cleared ground and no trees, people can fight a fire. The Army Hospital. Alright, we've got the ambulance service. Up this little court here is where you would get fed. Up there, you line up, you get in the queue, get fed. Okay, that's the police station, still standing. Every bit of greenery around it burnt. Army. Okay, it's got the main street, Kinglake looks like.